Her tragic death at a concert venue in Orlando nearly a week ago was lost in the barrage of other violent headlines. Christina Grimmie, the rising young voice star, gunned down at a performance. New details now on those final moments that awful night, and new insights on how hard it is to keep performers safe. Here's ABC's Mara Schiavocampo.
She was the 22-year-old breakout star of The Voice, Christina Grimmie, blowing the judges away with her cover of Wrecking Ball in season 6 of the singing competition.
That is the moment where you realize that this person can be a huge star.
She came in third, and her career that started as a teen on YouTube seemed to be taking off. But it all came to a tragic end early last Friday night when she was gunned down after a concert.
It's going to be two patients, the female patient and the shooter.
Grimmie was opening for the band Before You Exit in Orlando, Florida, posting a call out on social media before the show.
Please come to the show if you live near Orlando, Florida.
It ended at 10 p.m. Afterwards, some fans got an up-close meet and greet with the star. These photos capturing those moments. But then
3 gunshots went off.
Pop, 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 pop.
I was traumatized. I didn't know what was going on.
I was in shock. I didn't know what to do.
A man in the crowd shot the singer at point-blank range. Grimmie's brother, Mark, who often appeared with her on YouTube, tackled the gunman, who then shot and killed himself in the struggle.
Her brother's a hero for saving and stopping him, for not hurting anyone else.
Grimmie was rushed to the hospital, but died from her injuries the next morning. Following the news of her death, some of music's biggest stars finding ways to remember their friend.
I'd like to dedicate this next song to him.
Selena Gomez tearfully dedicating a song to the fallen starlet at her Miami show. And Justin Bieber also getting emotional on stage in Winnipeg. Adam Levine offering to pay for Grimmie's funeral. Authorities later identified the shooter as 27-year-old Kevin Loibel from St. Petersburg, Florida.
What our detectives are doing right now is they're going through the suspect's cell phone and computer to see if they could find a motive for this crime. The suspect had 2 handguns on his person. He had 2 additional loaded magazines for those handguns and a large hunting knife.
His motive is still a mystery. What we do know is that, according to police, he drove about 120 miles from his home in St. Petersburg to her concert in Orlando.
The suspect in this case is not from Orlando. The suspect traveled to Orlando, apparently to commit this crime, and then had plans to travel back to where he came from.
Typically people who travel a long distance, in this case armed, may well have some sort of fantasy in their head relationship with the person that they ultimately end up killing, a love relationship with the person that doesn't exist.
This note posted on the killer's front door by his family, offering their deepest sorrow for their son's actions.
She loved this town, she loved this state, she loved singing, she loved the Lord, and she loved me. And she was just my baby sister.
Christina's brother, Mark, who tried to save her life, spoke at a vigil for his sister in New Jersey, where they grew up.
Witnesses say that she was arms open wide. She had no idea, and she treated everybody the same. And it was hard for her because she was introverted.
It was social media that helped prep the shy teenager for stardom and allowed the young singer to connect with fans all over the world. Her popular covers on YouTube amassing over 100 million views, like Justin Bieber's One Time and David Guetta's Titanium.
I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, far away, far away.
Open it up, open it up.
For those wanting to be famous, it's a delicate balance between seeming accessible to fans and staying safe.
Someone like Madonna, for example, they are going to have security around them all the time, no matter where they might be. As you go down the tier of people less famous, make less money, chances are they may have no security.
And there have been plenty of close calls, many captured in YouTube videos like these. Adam Levine, Christina's mentor, accosted on stage by a zealous fan who tried to hug him. The same thing happening to Taylor Swift, a perfect stranger grabbing her leg at a concert. A Justin Bieber fan rushed at the singer on stage before security tackled him. And Beyonce was almost pulled off stage at a concert in Brazil before security intervened.
If you place the protectee in front of a large unscreened crowd, you're placing your client at great jeopardy. This is us with Paris Hilton.
Chris Herzog is with the Bodyguard Group of Beverly Hills.
Kim Kardashian on the news.
A company that's protected celebrity royalty for almost 50 years.
John Voight from the set of Anaconda. The protective bubble says that no one that you have not screened for a weapon gets close enough to your client to draw a weapon and shoot and murder your client.
He says all the celebrities he works with must agree to follow his protocols without exception.
The celebrities hate the bubble because they like to control everything, and when you're controlling their movements and who gets access to the bubble, it irks them to a point, but they usually respect the bubble enough to stay within it, at least the clients that we accept. Look at that. He climbed up on someone's car.
The bubble is too limiting for some and too expensive for others.
That's the physical barrier to slap a hand down if it comes in with a gun.
But Herzog is quick to admit, while you can minimize risk, you can never completely eliminate it.
Yeah, that's Brad Pitt and Angelina right behind him. There is no absolute 100%, but you can minimize it to about a 99% level.
The location of Christina Grimmie's last performance hosting its first show since then earlier tonight.
Life goes on after tragedies, and any tragedy, Christina's tragedy, and everyone is unified by music.
And Grimmie's funeral service is planned for tomorrow. Family, friends, and fans, for now, left asking only why her life had to be cut so short. Mara Scavocampo for Nightline in New York.